first basketball game was definitely something that, as a gamer, I was looking forward to. NBA Live was not the title that was on NBA for Sega Dreamcast. Was not the title. They didn't come for whatever reason. They didn't agree on some of the circumstances from Sega Dreamcast. NBA 2K found an opportunity. They went head on with it with no competition, except for just some couple like arcade games and stuff like that, but no NBA Live. And if I'm not mistaken, EA Sports did make a game, but it was like an NBA Jam maybe. I have to go back and check, but that's crazy why they didn't put Live in this. So it's like they was already running from competition already. If that's the case, I'm gonna go back and see, because I'm definitely gonna be giving you guys a lot of gameplay from the Sega Dreamcast console. This right here is definitely easier to do for as content. The content graphics is definitely A1. I love the games up here. This is definitely a hidden console, a lot of hidden games in here that nobody's done content on. So we're definitely gonna dive into that as well. So welcome to the Sega Dreamcast world. For people that rock with the Sega Dreamcast, this is definitely going to be the home for you guys. We're definitely going to give you a lot of gameplay from different games just to try it out. You know, I enjoy the older games. There's no pressure. There's no time. I can play them when I want. I don't have to go up here and feel like I'm competing with the world. It's just, you know, when you get older, to me, the smaller things matter. And the big picture of getting online, being an ultimate gamer, I don't give a damn about. You know, how long I'm a good gamer in my own space, that is what matters. So that's why, you know, to me, older games are coming back. They're becoming more popular. There's definitely more ways to play and enjoy these old games without having to go and actually buy the original game if you can't. So there's definitely multiple ways to do this stuff, you guys. So yeah, let's get into it, man. NBA 2K review. This is going to be the full package, you guys. And let's go. We have the main menu, you guys, is going to hit you with, you know, a couple things: practice, expedition, season, playoffs, customization, quick start, and options. You know, in customization, you got the players, you got the rosters. As you can see down here, it looks like you can player import. And I don't know what that was back then. I don't know if you can import players from the NFL 2K to this one. I don't know. I don't know if you can have players imported from the VMU card and maybe you upload them here. But you know, with something going on with that, I can't remember exactly what it was back in the day. Player creation. Off the bat, you can have all these players. This is about what, 15 maybe players you can do, that you can create teams. And I mean, and let's go to the records. You know, total records, but it keeps a record of everything. Got his own little personal records in the game. But let's go to teams right here, man. Now, I like this right here. I like the playbooks. I mean, it was definitely coming in depth. I don't see anything that was the same. I mean, we see the playbooks right here, and then we go to the Blazers playbook. Everybody at that different time still had, looks like, different playbooks. So that was a good strategy, and it opened up to this game is just not a, some type of arcade game. You can create different lineups up here. You can, you know, adjust your lineups off the gate. You can set lineups however you want it on this game. Do the trading team. You know, you can create a team. I mean, this is the first year of this game, and they was definitely coming in and coming hard with the first year. Let me see. Quick start. You know, they're just the regular start. Playoffs. You can hop right in 5-7. You can actually do all 7. I like this right here because, you know, I like the action, and, you know, I quickly just simulated that right there. And, you know, that's what you want right there, man. So got the playoff mode. I see that. Got the playoff tree. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what you want. They keep the stats as well. Stats is what what you big on. You know what I'm saying? I like the way they got it broken down from power forward, shooting guards. The menu is definitely simple. The menu is definitely a simple menu. It's nothing hard about it. Take the injuries out, and that's one thing I think what makes this game, is simulation basketball, but it makes it easy at the menu. Everything is just right there. There's no clicking on something and I gotta figure it out. None of that. Now you see quick start, I accidentally went into that right there. Now to options, got the gameplay. See, this is one thing I like about this first year. They come with simulation. I mean, and this is not even in any games anymore, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's just Hall of Fame. There's no such thing between arcade and simulation. And back then it was a difference, and now it still is a difference. It's just they still control that aspect of how the game is played when you got it from arcade to simulation. And the difficulty goes up from All-Star being the highest level back then. Rookie, Pro, and All-Star. Wow, that's crazy. 5 minutes. Normal game speed. When I played it at first, it seemed a little fast. Even if it's been on normal, then that game speed is kind of fast. Not gonna front. So I'm gonna try to put it on slow just to see what happens and see how slow it is. I mean, I don't want to be too slow, but I don't want to be too fast neither. So I think at the early stages of NBA 2K, you see how you can have you can change the speed of the game, in the back. And I think they was just trying to figure that out back in the days, of early development. All right, so got the controls, got everything. They got the back down button back then with the post. So back then you could tell they was already at least trying to work on some aspects of the post. Got a couple. Got the one crossover move, turbo shoot. Okay. Let's see what else we can go to. Got practice menu over here. Got the 76ers. Just hop into it right quick to see what's going on. You can put it on what difficulty you want to put it on right there. You can set the camera, the controls, on which side, the substitution if you want anybody else different in the game. I don't know who's shooting now. They got Eric Snow up here, so I'm guessing you got to do it like. I guess all of them is in the game. Okay, yes, that's how I remember. Yeah, you pass 20 line around the sideline. So, get your little practice on right here, work on some stuff. Excellent release, but you miss. See, that's what a lot of people talking back in the day. You can release it excellent. It doesn't even matter, but it just, it's just all about the player rating, whether it goes in or not. But like I said, this was crazy back then because I didn't even realize it wasn't a shot meter, but it was definitely a shot feedback back in 2000. You know what I'm saying? I did not even realize that until, I didn't think about it. Put it that way. I didn't think about it. So we'll see what kind of different crossovers they have. They're nothing too much. You know what I'm saying? Definitely just something simple. You know what I'm saying, for the first year. You know what I mean? So let's get out of this. You change the camera and all that. You can go in and put in bench players too to get them involved to see what they got. So I like that right there. You can practice with your full team. That is dope in an open gym. So let me see. We got playoffs. Done did that. We got the exhibition mode. Did all that. And let's just see. That's about it, isn't it? Yeah, we done looked at the season options, and all that stuff. So let's go with just a little bit of gameplay and just talking about the game as I go. And it really doesn't really matter which matchup we do. This was year 2000, so I don't really know who was good. Who won the championship? Was it? Yeah, it would have had to been the Spurs and the Knicks. So we can do that gameplay. Spurs and the Knicks, I guess. Oh, we can do East versus West. They did. I don't see where they had old teams up here. So that is definitely a minus. They didn't have old teams. But this is the first year. As we get into the view of 2K 1 and 2K2, they might end up putting them in there. I'm not for sure yet.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bay Area. We're at the new arena in Oakland. Hello, everybody. I'm Bob Steele.
Let's check out the presentation.
Tuning into the NBA on the Sega Sports Network. Without any hesitation, let's go courtside for the player introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, NBA fans, let's go courtside.
And the graphics is not bad, yo. Like, the graphics in NBA Live was not this good. I mean, let's check out these graphics back in 2000 right now. It was not bad. I mean, we can look at these players and tell who were they. Now, NBA Live, I'm not saying you can't, but I guarantee you NBA Live graphics was not good like this. Like, that's Lottie Divac in the background. I could tell that just from looking back. The other two guys, I really couldn't tell. I had to look at a little bit more. But, you know, for the main guys in the presentation, they got those guys right. I mean, this is 2000. And at the time, like I said, we're getting a more real taste of the NBA feel. You know what I'm saying? The graphics is already selling us. Graphics back then and still does now affect the way you game. So you want to have good graphics. You want to make sure the graphics is there. NBA 2K, look at Reggie Miller, man. You know what I'm saying? Really hit hard with the graphics. The graphics was there. So, you know, that's something that NBA Live didn't have. They didn't work on that. You know what I'm saying? They should have seen this right here and been like, yo, we need to improve graphically. We already didn't come out on the Dreamcast, so that was a wide open lane for 2K, and that helped 2K a lot, especially being good graphically, because you're gonna connect with the people. How long you good graphically? That was the thing with 2K. Not only did it have gameplay, it was graphics too. Yep, not only good gameplay, graphics too. Graphics played a big part in people switching over playing NBA 2K. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it looks good, you know what I'm saying? And it plays straight, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have a lot of animations back then. There wasn't a lot going on. Now I changed the gameplay. It should be on slow. And to me, it feels right to me. A little bit too slow, but I mean, this is almost like the 2K speed that it is now. A little bit more speeded up, you know what I'm saying? And you can tell back then they was definitely working on speed and gameplay speed and how they was gonna do that and everything.
Are showing us their half-court set. Warning, fought hard and gets the defensive board.
Some people like the game, they like to play the games fast. I mean, I'm not really like that. You know what I'm saying? Like lightning speed. Like I'm not all for that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit is just too crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I can't deal with that. You know what I mean? Too fast of a speed. I can't tell what's going on. That makes the game to me seem a little bit arcadish. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, good block. I just want to see how the game plays. I probably play like a quarter or whatever. Just give you guys just see what we can see what goes on as far as gameplay wise. But this game is a smooth game. The graphics is definitely way better than NBA Live 2000, which NBA Live 2000 was one of my best games. I still play NBA Live at this point in time. I still play live more, but I did on the Dreamcast. But I play live more. At that point in time, 2K was a harder game to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I already was so used to live. You know what I'm saying? I was so used to just driving in, dunking, like that whole aspect and of coming along. You know, you couldn't just do that up here like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's a difference of style of play in these years of gaming. So it's definitely a big difference. You know what I'm saying? I just let him come on in. Oh, good block right there. Good block, good bump. Lose the ball. We took it back. Let's go. All the way, Jason Kidd. Man, wow. I don't know what happened.
Pushing it right back at him. The Eastern All-Stars are having trouble getting a good shot up. Miller
Good shot, Reggie Miller. Good shot.
Kid just across midcourt, working the offense.
Ooh, let's go all the way to the lane. Jason Kidd with the finesse layup. All right, now these okay. Too bad, but oh man, I messed that up. I messed that up. I messed that all the way up. But yeah, this speed right here is pretty decent. The other one earlier I was playing on was way too damn fast. That was on normal, and that gives it an arcade feel. This right here, you know, it looks better. It's playing better to me. Oh, let's go. Good dunk inside Scottie Pippen. And the gameplay is smooth. I really can't say too much different. The gameplay is definitely, the controls, location are better than what live is. You know what I'm saying? Live was, they had a shoot and a dunk at the time. You know what I'm saying? Which I just didn't agree with. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Now in live, was it 2006? It could have been previous lives, but I know one live, I think it was 2005 or 6. You can actually change the buttons, and you can make shot, dunk, everything into one button, the circle button. So back then, I mean, that was good. That's what it should have been. You know what I'm saying? I don't think up here they got. I don't know if they ever had one. And it makes me want to say they did have one back in the day. 2K, they used to have something, a dunk and a shot. But if I'm wrong, it is what it is.
The Eastern All-Stars are really.
But yeah, as a basketball gamer back then, graphics, man, we definitely sold off graphics, animations, fluid. The animations up here is way better right now. I mean, we're looking at better animations. You know, we need to understand why 2K took over. You know, people can push their nostalgia all they want, but this is why, you know, some of the reasons that they took over. In NBA Live at the time, they didn't, you know, fix their issues. Look at that block. They didn't fix their issues, man. And this right here, you know, 2K came along and they set the bar.
Timmy, man-on-man defense. Pippen fires.
Oh, I'm shooting so much with Scottie Pippen for. But, you know, they set the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, period, bro. They set the bar with gameplay, graphics, just a different, you know, style of playing. Oh, and let me check out the plays right here. We see the play. That was one of the directional buttons right here. So all of the directional buttons seem like plays. And they actually show the plays. Okay, that was a pick and roll. I want to do a video where I'm actually testing out the playbook. You know what I'm saying? Testing how accurate. Because when we go back and we play live 16, you know what I'm saying? We see plays that start off looking good, but then end up all over the place, or end up stop mid-play. Like the play just don't go on the whole time. So I want to learn one of these plays, and if he comes at a pick, yep, boom. You know what I'm saying? I want to see this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's interesting because this can make the game actually way more simulation than what it is, and we can actually be playing this game at a different rate than what we are playing. So I definitely want to test out the plays. It look interesting the way the guys are coming up, they're setting picks, everything is fluent. You know what I mean? So I like that. Obviously, due to the scoreboard, as you can see, I'm gonna need some more playing time. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. I won't try to come up here and, you know, go crazy with it. I just want to show y'all guys gameplay the way it looks. And, you know, we got on All-Star Simulation right now. So, you know, this game is definitely a good game, man. And we got to applaud 2K for being, this is the first 2K. Graphically wise, as gamers, we was seeking something that was just graphically going to look good. PS2, we was always like, damn, if, you know, we knew it could get better than PS2. You know what I'm saying? Even though it looked good to us at the time, we also knew. I mean, as far as the PlayStation, not PS2, PlayStation can just look better. Both of them, you know, graphically. So it's something else, man. But you guys, my overall review is that NBA 2K definitely hit hard and hit they hit NBA Live hard, and them not being on Dreamcast hurt them. it hurt them. No matter what, no matter how we look at it, it hurt NBA Live because a lot of people bought the Dreamcast. A lot of people that purchased the Dreamcast missed the Dreamcast not even being around. So this definitely was a popular console. So, you know, them not being involved or coming out with a game, it shows now. You know what I mean? It shows. So what you guys think, man? How was your experience with NBA 2K? You know what I'm saying? The original one on the Dreamcast. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that game, what you think about the title. And how was it to you? Did you ever play 2K? Was you still playing NBA Live? Because me, I was playing NBA Live more still. Even when this game was out, I was still playing. Live 2000 was one of my best games. You know what I'm saying? Live 2000 was one of my best games. Now, I'm not going to say in front, but at this particular time, I was playing both games. Actually, I like both games. And it really wasn't till 2001, 2002 when I really leaned hard on 2K. I still was playing live, but not as much because one of my homeboys, he younger, and we used to play live all the time, and he used to always come close or beat me in live. But 2K always giving the business because 2K was just more. I always said it was just more real basketball. It was just realer, and we can still say that to this day, and it's 22 years later. That NBA 2K is just more of a simulation style game. NBA Live is just not. So I don't know if it was just best for NBA Live to stay in its place. I think it was. You know, having a fun game is better than having a boring game. NBA 2K, I would play the my player mode right now and fall the hell asleep right now. You know what I'm saying? So NBA Live was on a good path. They just had to fix their animations and stuff like that. Other than that, we can't sit here and say that their game was trash. Just like I said in my previous videos, man, when they start hitting new consoles, everything just started to go down. So, yo, let me get up out of here, man. You guys, y'all stay safe, man. Enjoy yourselves. NBA Live. I don't know, man. NBA 2K, it was a good start for them. I'm out of here, you guys. Y'all stay safe. Peace.